And we are live at Shenanigans Bar and Grill for Bobcat Insider. Brought to you by Shenanigans and Orangetheory Fitness here on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget Chiefs Insider is coming up at 8 o'clock, but we're going to talk about all things Central Bobcats and Lady Cats right now. We're going to talk baseball and softball. We have the coaches here. We have some players here. It's y'all's not to be rock stars, so we'll introduce you to some folks coming up. Coach Mark Smith is here with us. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. Good to see you again.
Long time to see you. I was hoping you'd be
know.
here this week. I'm like, man, we get to hang out with him like twice within 7 days.
It's back like it's in football season every Monday night.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know. It's good.
Well, it is football season. The most important part of the season, the off season.
It is.
What's going on, man?
You know, it is. We're into week 2 of phase 3, you know, which for us is football skills and drills. It's our ramp up towards spring football. We still have the guys playing both sides of the ball, trying to find the best formula that we can find for Team 105 in the history of San Angelo Central football. It's exciting. You know, the strength gains that we've made, the football skills, strides that we're making right now are in alignment with where we need to go as a team. You know, I love this time of year. I'm a football guy. You know that. I do this all day. I just love, you know, this part of the development of a team, the stuff that nobody sees, you know, that happens, you know, and, you know, in the off season, whenever, you know, it's just the nitty-gritty work that you got to get down and do. And I tell the guys all the time, football is a game of doing. It's not about, you know, talking or saying that I'm going to do. It's doing, you know. In this game, you have to do. And, you know, I believe if you put the work in and you do it the right way, that the game will reward you. If you don't, on the other hand, and you don't do it the right way and you try to cut corners, it punishes you.
It will clown you real fast.
It will. You know, the ball has a way of finding the one person that doesn't know what's happening. And that's the reality of this game. And you have been that guy.
I've been that guy many times.
Well, I love it. Okay, and I love developing the team and seeing them come together. And you know, the game of football is such a team sport. You know that it's not just me. It's not just, you know, one person. It's not 2 people. It takes everybody doing it all together, and that's what's magnificent. I love about the game of football is, you know, me leading the organization, and we got 250 people between players and staff and coaches, and getting them all pointed in one direction. You know, locked arms and fighting for the same thing and for a common cause. It's an amazing job that I have.
And it's just away from the sport itself. This is a good example of management.
It is.
Aside from managing a bunch of kids that you've adopted, all these kids, right?
It is.
You have a staff, and you want them to have their input. Everybody's got input, you know. But I guess it would be hard to convey for somebody like me who wants to make everybody happy. Yeah, I want everybody's input, but you have to establish that you are the final guy.
I do, and I'm super comfortable in my own skin, and I am you know, I'm an equal opportunity offender. You know, I will offend everybody equally at some point, you know, over the course of my experience with them. That's not always my goal, and I've explained my philosophy of coaching before, but I really believe, you know, and this is parenting, it's coaching, it's leading a staff, it's leading a team, you know, a heavy hand of accountability and discipline and get after your tail, and an equal heavy hand of love, care, concern, and respect.
That's right.
I think that, you know, when those hands are applied evenly, you know, and the timing of applying those hands, that you can see great things happen. If all you are is this guy on one end, everybody hates you, you know, eventually. All you are is this person. If all you are is on this hand,
everybody
as well,
hates
you know, they don't respect you, and they try to walk all over you, and it takes bang, bang.
Well, it's like the marionette there, having to control all the strings and everything.
You know, sometimes if you ask the players, they probably say he's a little more on this side, but man, I care, real concern for them, and my heart is in making them the best that they can be. And I'm going to get after them, and I'm going to hold them accountable, and I'm going to make sure they do the things that I want to do. Not only them, staff, everybody within the organization, and pushing everybody into the same direction.
So I had a question asked to me the other day of, what are your coordinators doing during this time of year? Are they scouting film? Are they looking, you know, developing new plays? What are they doing this time of year?
They're super busy this time of year, and I've got, you know, I'll have 2 new coordinators going into this fall, and so both of them are implementing, you know, their offense and defense, you know, in a systematic way that allows for the proper growth and development of the team. You know, so we've got a progression in mind, and then these are the things that we want to install on these days. And I'm so big into making sure that's done in the right order.
Right.
You know, I'm very systematic that way. And, you know, we've had some late night meetings and up there long to make sure that that's right. And, you know, I want to make sure that no second is wasted when we're on the grass or when we're in a meeting room or those things. So, you know, we pay a ton of attention to detail. I think, you know, games are won and lost in the details of what you do. And sometimes people can gloss over that, not me. You know, I want to make sure I know exactly, well, how is this going to get communicated? And we have a great idea from a coach. How do we communicate that, you know, from the sideline back into the huddle? What kind of huddle are we going to have? Is it going to be a huddle team? Is it going to be a muddle huddle? Are we going to be tempo and on the ball? I think there's times of the games you need to be all three.
Great.
How do we signal that in to shift between those things? All of the procedural things in terms of playing the game are super critical to me. So right now, I've got them strained, I think, pretty good, thinking about a lot of these things. And I constantly, you know, am asking them questions in a thought creative way where, you know, I think that's what you have to generate in your own mind in order to be the best that you can be. Sometimes we get complacent in things that we do and things that I've done in the past. I want to be forward thinking and on the cutting edge and always trying to find a new way, you know, to skin the snake, you know, so to speak, since I'm just off the heels of coming from the rattlesnake roundup about a month ago.
Oh, really?
So, oh, yes.
Did you watch them work around with the boots? And
We did it. Yeah, we did it. Smith family does that, okay? We get our hands dirty. We dig right in.
That's
I
right.
got everybody as a part of the experience. I grew up going to it every year. My dad always had a little table at the gun show there. And,
Really?
oh, yeah, he would take us and drop us off. And so we did it all. My kids had never been. So I said, we're going. I got my daughter in from Oklahoma. She goes to school there, and my son who's with me, and then my younger, we all went. They got it right in there, picked out their snake, wham, off the head, rounded up, skin it. We got the skin at the house. It's in the garage. It's still drying right now. We're going to do something with it. But, yeah, anyways, I think that you know, I want them strained on how can we be the best team that we can be. We're also trying to talk about personnel. Where do people fit within our packages? What do we want out of them? We may have a primary offensive or primary defensive player, but they may have a role on the other side of the ball. And then how can we teach that effectively to not overload somebody? So a lot of thought goes into things this time of year.
Sure. Makes sense.
And talk about the person. You don't want the person on the field because everybody's watching that person after the play that didn't know what to do. You got to have a kid comfortable enough to ask. And I've seen situations where you didn't know what to do and you were and afraid to ask.
Well,
Me
questions
and
are healthy.
Like,
you know,
I
love questions. Questions are healthy, and I try to, you know, I see myself as an educator and a teacher first and foremost, and I've got to do a great job of effectively communicating to a lot of different young men, and their learning styles may be different. They may be auditory, they may be kinesthetic. They may be more, you know, they need to do the walkthroughs. They may be more visual, you know, and it's my job to know exactly where they are, to meet them right where they are, not just me getting comfortable teaching a certain way. And I think that, you know, that's a critical element. I think the best coaches are the best teachers, and you can communicate in an effective way, you know, to reach a lot of young people within the same group that may have different styles of learning. And in a game of football where you have to make split-second decisions and then you have to have a physical element to your play going along with that, you know, it's a thinking man's game and it's also a physical game.
Right.
You know, you got to bring both elements to it. You know, this is not a game for dummies. You have to know what you're doing. You know, intellectual brutality is a phrase that comes along with this game, and I love that. I think that says a lot about the game that we coach and play.
It's not really for the big lunk like the old stereotype.
No.
Gronkowski's very smart. He just doesn't act like it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, Coach, we'll talk to you some more here in a little bit.
Great.
On
Thank you,
Sunday.
guys.
Sounds good. Thanks, Coach.
Always a pleasure. Coach Mark Smith. Time to talk Central baseball and softball. We're going to do that coming up on Concho Sports Insider from Orangetheory Fitness here at Shenanigans Sports Bar and Grill. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time.
Try to swallow the mic. Kind of like right here. Yeah, just right about here. If you put that mic right about your chin.
Hey, welcome back to Shenanigans Bar and Grill. This is Bobcat Insider, live on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network. I want to say hi to our friends at Luke's Cage and Orangetheory Fitness for bringing this to you here at Shenanigans. Nice bunch of fans here. Let's hear it for Bobcats and Lady Cat Sports. We got to get this place wilder.
Yeah.
Stan Gideon is here. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Friendship is just a thorn in our side in every sport, it seems like. You have 2 games against them, a home and away, coming up.
Well, we actually have a series. We have 1 home game and a doubleheader there on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way the district's set up this year, every time we play a team, you get a series. Mm-hmm. So you get either one at home, one at home, and then the other 2 will be at the opposite side.
How do you prepare for that kind of thing?
Well, it's kind of difficult. We have a couple of days of prep. We try to do our bullpen work on Tuesday because so when you're having that volume of work, you feel like you have to have all your pitchers ready to go. And we also feel like we have to recover and, be physically at our peak so we can go get those guys for 3 contests over really about a 24-hour period.
And that puts your pitchers in injury danger, just like it could other folks. What kind of things do y'all do to prevent injuries? What kind of stretching? What kind of workouts?
Well, we do a stretching program, but at the same time, we also send our guys to our training staff over at the stadium quite often. We monitor our pitchers from pitch to pitch and kind of watch their delivery. We feel like we know these guys real well. And a lot of times if we feel like we see something that is a little out of the ordinary, then we know we're going to spend a little more time or a little more attention on that so we can make sure they're at peak performance.
And baseball is every sport's an art in its own way, but it's a real art that people don't see. Just like my friend Arlen here, he doesn't like mixed martial arts. He thinks it's a bunch of guys hugging each other. I said everything they're doing is technical, and then I look at baseball and I don't see all of the little things. And until you start looking for them, you're like, oh, okay.
But then you start looking at pitch counts and things like that you have to, especially over a 3-day or 3 games.
Correct.
How closely do you have to watch that?
Well, pitch count's easy to keep up with. It's just at the same time you have to kind of monitor what's going on. And when we're playing one game, you have to be careful because you're playing one game, but at the same time you're planning for the other 2 that are coming. So it is a little bit different now with the series as opposed to what we had, back in the day,
right,
where we play Tuesday, Friday. But at the same time, we're getting accustomed to it. And the guys do a great job of understanding what our approach to what we're doing, and it's just kind of a team effort.
Gotcha.
What are some different approaches to baseball that teams take, like yours compared to some of your opponents?
Well, I think you have to know who you are, and if you're not like the games that you see on TV with the major league guys, they're always sitting back looking for the 3-run home run. Home runs are kind of something of the past in high school baseball, and so you have to find ways to manufacture runs and get hits and bunt and steal and look at the complexion of your ball club and try to maximize on what God-given ability that you have. And hopefully at the end of the day we score one more than the bad guys and we go home happy.
What are some things that you guys have this season that are your team? What is the strengths of your team?
Well, I think our pitching staff has led the way. We've pitched well. We'll get to talk to some of these guys here in just a bit, but our pitching and defense has definitely been at the forefront. Kasner Stribling and Coulter Farmer and Trevor Keene and a lot of these guys that get up there and grab the ball and give us a good opportunity to play defense behind them. That's been a big part of the success that we've had. Offensively, we feel like we're pretty consistent 1 through 9, and everybody is unselfish at the plate, meaning that they will hit and run or bunt or whatever is asked of them, and that helps a lot.
Something else about baseball, and I know these guys probably don't have a problem with it. Arlen, you may can relate to this. I don't know. It's one of those sports where time stops for a few seconds. Do you have time to think about the mistake you're just about possibly going to make? Oh, you mean like a pop fly coming at you?
I hope I don't drop it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Stuff like that.
That's not the way to think, but that was my mindset. That's why I wasn't ever very good at it. But, man, that's a lot of time to think about what could happen.
Well, there's a lot of things that can go on, and we spend a lot of time, especially with our middle infielders, trying to say, we don't really know what they're going to do, but we have to be prepared for many different scenarios that come our way. And so, and then whichever one does rise to, actually happens, then if we're ready for everything, then we have a better chance to look good on that particular play.
And I know you talked about, specifics for your team, and you were saying that you're a small ball now. Is everybody else in the district that same way, or are they relying on that big home run?
Well, let me just say we played, 26 games, and we've seen 2 home runs this year.
Okay.
That's us and the opponent. So, again, the home run is just not what it was at one time. So it's very common that if you get a leadoff runner that you see people bunt people over. And so then you get into a whole different phase of what we would call special teams, right, which is bunt defenses, and there's a lot of different levels related to pickoffs and bunt defenses and various pitch outs and things that you can do, because you have to be able to execute the offensive phase and also the defensive. Right. And if you can't, it's not a good thing.
Not going to go far, right?
No, sir.
So, all right. Let's talk to them, see what they got to say. Introduce the team.
Let's talk Central baseball here and see how these guys are doing. This is your rock star moment.
Yep.
You can say hi to mom or whatever. What's up, man?
What's up?
Who are you?
It's Jimmy Edwards.
This is the Jimmy Edwards, folks.
The Jimmy Edwards.
Security.
Yeah, I play center field, and I'm a junior.
How's it going out in center field this season?
It's going pretty good. Yeah.
So what's the first thing you think when you see it coming your way and all nice and high? Do you think, I got this, or oh boy?
I got it.
That's why you're Jimmy Edwards. Yeah. Tank top Jimmy. All right, man. All right, let's we'll just go down the row here. Who's this guy?
My name is Mason Van Sickle.
It's the Van Missile.
How's it going?
Good, man. So what position you play?
I play right field.
Have you always played right field, or you moved around a while over your career?
I've been moving around a lot. I played middle infield, and I've caught a little bit, but played right field mostly.
Do you like playing outfield or batting better?
I would rather hit.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever sit out there or stand out there and think, man, I wish I could just truck somebody right now, but it's baseball?
Yeah, sometimes.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hi, what's up?
Good. All your fans here. What's your name?
I'm Jackson Kennedy.
Jackson Kennedy. So what do you do for Central Baseball?
Oh, I play shortstop.
Oh boy. You got to think a lot at that position.
Yeah, it's a lot of thinking, a lot of stuff to remember.
That's why Darren doesn't play it.
Heck no. I'd be daydreaming. Where'd it go? So you have some good dives. I always see the shortstop doing the dive catch.
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of good dives.
You ever have one roll up your arm and smack you in the jaw?
Not in the game, but I've been hit a couple times.
Man, you don't feel the urge to do this? You hear somebody hit the ball?
No, I go and find it wherever it's at.
That's a baseball player. Thank you, man. Hey, who's this in the back here? What's up, man?
What's up?
What's your name?
Michael Duran.
Michael Duran. What position you play, man?
I play third.
Oh, boy. You've got to always be on your toes, man.
Yes, sir.
You always ready, like split second?
Yeah, I always have to make a quick decision.
Cool. How do you train for that? How do you practice for that, like, to get your mind focused like that?
Yeah, just get focused, and it's just instincts.
You can tell he's cold as ice, man. You don't have to think about it. Hey, what's your name, man?
My name's Guerrero Garcia.
What position you play?
I play left field.
Left field. So, how many times have you gotten on base this season?
I'm not sure, maybe like 3 or 4 times.
Cool. We appreciate you, man. Sir. Go beat friendship. What's your name?
Aiden Perez.
Aiden Perez. What position you play?
I catch.
And what year are you?
2027.
All right. Still going to see you for a little bit. What's up, man? What's your name?
Reed Noble.
Reed Noble. We've heard your name before, Reed. What position you play?
Left field.
Left field. SEC baseball is better in the South. Big SEC fan?
Oh, yeah.
Like, if we had to do without all football and baseball or whatever, without everybody but the SEC, I could live with that, like, if we had to. Well, Jake, Coulter Farmer's here. What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. I haven't seen you in a while. How's the year going for you? You have any, like, big memories, like your biggest play, your biggest game or whatever?
I mean, I look forward to all the games we've played so far, but I mean, the biggest game that has stand out to me is probably when we walked it off against Midland Legacy for our first district game.
Awesome. So what positions do you play?
I play 3 positions. I play catcher, pitcher, and left field.
I always remember you as the catcher, but man, you do a lot. Sure. Say hi to your dad. Say hi to everybody. Coulter Farmer, who's this?
Alejandro Diego.
What's going on, man? What position you play?
Play pitcher.
How long you played the sport of baseball?
Ooh, probably since I was 6, 7, whenever you first could start.
Really? Did you?
6, 7.
Old enough to walk? At 6 years old. Do you have any favorite players you grew up with wanting to be like?
Ooh, Mike Trout. Mike Trout was a big one.
Oh, yeah. What's your name, man?
I'm Kasner Stribling.
Kasner. Multi-sport athlete. What position do you play for baseball?
I pitch and I play first base.
So which do you like better?
I like pitching.
Cool. What are you thinking about when you're on the mound like that? Is it all baseball? You ever like daydream or whatever? Do you stay focused?
Yeah, you got to stay pretty focused, and it just comes down to my training and my instincts, and I just let it all happen.
And for those of you that don't know, and all of you here do, baseball is a lot scarier in person. It's kind of like NASCAR. You get close to it, you're like, oh, man, dude's throwing hard. Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
My name's Nick Canales.
Hey, Nick, what position you play?
Pitcher.
Pitcher. How's it going this season?
It's going pretty good.
All right, striking some people out?
Yes, sir.
What's your best pitch?
Curveball.
Cool. We appreciate you, man. What's up? What's your name?
Micah Cuellar.
Hey, what's up, man? You got any special? What position you play first of all?
I play left field.
Left field?
Yes, sir.
You have any what was your favorite game this season? Do you have one where you like made a big play or something?
Probably the last game we played against Odessa High.
Cool. Did you make a big like leaping catch or something?
Not quite, but I had a few hits in that game, so I felt
awesome. What's your name, bud?
Cooper Holland.
Hey, Cooper Holland, what's going on? You been playing ball for a long time?
Not really.
Really? How long you been playing? 3 years. 3 years? All right, man. What position do you play?
Utility.
Oh, you get to kind of be that guy, huh? All right, can do it. This is the Renaissance man that can do everything, right? Hey, what's your name?
Mitchell Regino.
What's up, man? Do you what position you play?
I play second base.
You like that, or do you like hitting better?
I like hitting more.
You like to go yard?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, man?
My name's Judson Bright.
What's up, Judson? How long you been playing baseball?
Forever, since I was like 4 or 5.
Oh, really? What little league team did you play for? Do you remember, like the first one?
I think it was the Pirates.
The Pirates? And it always has a business attached to it usually, right? Because I played for the Rotary Club, and we bitterly hated the Lions Club. Hey, man.
My name's Trevor Kane.
What's up, man? What position you play?
I'm a pitcher.
Do you have a good fastball? You know how fast?
I'd say it's pretty good.
Were you always good at pitching?
Not really. I didn't start pitching until about 4 years ago.
So it's something you can learn if you have a little bit of talent?
And just know that you need to be really flexible and be able to use your legs.
Cool. Hey, man, I'll get you to come over here. I'm running out of court. What's your name, man?
I'm Braden Stevens.
How long have you been playing ball?
Since I was about 5.
Wow. What was your first Little League team?
First Little League team was the Western A's.
The Western A's. Were they green and gold?
Yes, sir.
We had a green and gold team called the Knights of the Pythias, which was a lodge. I think they did magic there. Who have I missed? Got everybody? Central baseball, folks. Yeah! Y'all get after friendship. We'll be back with more Bobcat Insider from Luke's Cage and Orangetheory here at Shenanigans right after this on Concho Sports Network.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used.
Welcome back to Shenanigans Bar and Grill as Concho Sports brings you Bobcat Insider. We'll be talking again to Coach Mark Smith coming up. Thanks to the Central Baseball team for coming out and being rock stars tonight. Coach Gideon, we appreciate you, and best of luck to you guys against Friendship. It's softball time. Coach Tabby Farmer's here. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Got the team with you?
Oh, the best looking girls in San Angelo.
Best dressed.
Best dressed.
We'll talk to them coming up. Let's talk about the season right now. So what place are you guys in the District 2 6A race?
We are fighting for a playoff spot right now, so this week's pretty important.
So right at that fourth place
Yes,
spot.
sir.
So what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on this week? Does it come down to one game?
We're going to go and win on Tuesday tomorrow against Odessa High, and then we're going to go and win on Thursday against Permian.
I like that. We're going to go
We're
win.
gonna win.
Going to go win.
How have you done against those two teams this season?
We beat Odessa High once, and then we lost to Permian there at their place. But for us, luckily, we're going to be at our place and bring the noise on Thursday.
All right. That means bring the fans, too.
Bring in the fans. We need all the fans.
Have some good fans for baseball and softball. So what's the strength of the team this season? What do y'all do best?
We play as a team.
Okay.
That's the best that we have. Our culture is to be respectful, have the best effort, and have the best attitude, and that always brings wins for our team. And bingo card. We have a little bingo card in the dugout, and if we get 5 across, 5 up and down, we get a prize, and we're shooting for a blackout, so we haven't had that yet.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of cool.
I like
so
that little incentive.
What made you decide to do that?
We were, I think it was after our DFW tournament, we needed to shift gears and have some motivation. And on the bingo card, it's fun stuff. Get a single, get a double play, make an awesome catch, get a positive compliment. And so when one of those things happen, those girls are like, mark it off the bingo card. So the little things, it's all about taking care of the little things.
It's the little things that, and that's things that people don't realize is those little things will haunt you.
Yeah.
And so how are you eliminating like those, making sure that those little things stay up front rather than flow into the back?
We really try to focus one play at a time, one pitch at a time, fielding once at a time. We're not going to worry about what happened at last bat. We're going to just worry about what's happening right now when we step in the box the next time.
Sounds good. And Darren, talking about, missing the fly or something like that, you have to have a short memory in baseball and softball, because one play can get you down, and if the rest of the team gets that, then it becomes, oh my gosh, everybody's going to come down. So do you have a leader that whenever that happens that comes out and goes, hey, come on, let's go?
We have really 3 awesome captains on our team that the girls voted on, and they really keep us level-headed, and we always say control. We can control what we're going to do right now. So they're doing an awesome job.
That's cool.
How long have you been at Central?
This is my 4th year at Central.
All right. How did you come up in this sport? Where did you play?
I am from Lakeview.
Okay.
And so played at Lakeview and went to ASU, and I coached at Grape Creek for a little bit, got out of coaching, and then Coach Millsap asked me to come back one summer. And I said, I get to coach with the legend Millie, sign me up. So I was excited.
That's awesome. They keep pulling you back in.
Yeah. And Millie's still there. He runs the press box for us, so we keep him close by.
It's a lifestyle, not a job, huh? And everybody in your life has to realize that.
Yeah, it's a life game.
You can't have people in your life that are jealous of the sport or the players or the job.
Yeah.
Very hard to do. Well, we know you guys put in a lot of work, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah, we're having a great season, and that's what these girls do is they fight and they put in the work.
Well, you know what? Let's meet the fighters back there.
All right, let's do. Here, I'm going to try and do this a little different because I'm afraid I'm going to trip over this cord. And then I will have to retire from public life. And I will slink out the door. I will slink. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Kylie Banda.
Hey, Kylie Banda. I've seen that name in print.
Several times.
And on TV many times. So, Kylie, what's up? What position you play?
I'm shortstop.
Do you have to do a lot of thinking at that position?
Yes, sir.
What are your future plans?
Going to ASU.
Cool. Good decision. What year are you?
2025.
Okay. Well, Kylie, we wish you the best rest of the season and in life. What's your name?
Grayson Collins.
What position you play, Grayson?
Center field.
What was your first, Little League softball team? Or?
It was the Black Sox, and it was a baseball team.
Baseball team? Was it the something plumbing Black Sox?
No, sir. It was from Georgetown, Texas.
Okay. The Elks Lodge?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Cicely Gutierrez.
Cicely Gutierrez. What position you play?
I play second base.
What year?
2025.
So what do you do? I'm thinking of scenarios here that I really am not that much of an expert at. What do you do when the ball goes to, I don't know, out to center field? Do you stay put? If it goes shallow, do you run it down? Or do you go, where do you go? Or do you?
In all honesty, I honestly just go to the bag because I'm waiting for that girl to hit second and I'm ready to tag her out.
Okay. Already got it figured out. Thank you. What's your name?
Veronica Castro.
Hey, Veronica. What position are you?
Catcher.
What year?
2025.
How long have you played this sport?
Since like 8 years old.
Okay. Man, y'all start young. I don't know when Little League even started back in our day. We didn't even have school baseball.
We have
and
some
softball
good softball pictures of when they used to play really little. We like to pull them out as embarrassment photos.
Well, Ella's here. What's up, Ella?
I'm good. How are you?
Ella Dupree.
Indeed.
What position do you play?
I play second and a little bit of outfield.
Oh, cool. You've been playing sports a long time. I know that. What was the first sport you ever played on a team?
Probably softball.
And you play volleyball too?
Yes.
You healthy?
Right now, currently.
Okay. You're not skateboarding anymore?
No, sadly not.
I kind of taught her how to skateboard.
So that's why she got hurt, I can see.
Yeah. When you get older, you don't even have to fall to get hurt. Hey, what's your name?
Angelo Gostia.
What's up, Angelo? What position you play?
I'm the manager for Central Softball.
Oh, man.
She is the best manager in Central Athletics.
6 weeks in a row.
You got to be extremely organized to do that, right?
Yes, sir.
The most important player on the team, right?
She's the most important. She keeps all of us in line.
That's right.
Y'all have a backup for everything, every piece of equipment, in case somebody loses or forgets something?
Yes.
She does.
She lost her glove. We don't have another lefty glove. We got to run to academy. Yeah, that would not be a job I'd be good at. Oh, darn it! I forgot our socks.
He forgets his glasses.
Wait.
I have to carry extra ones in my bag so that he can.
Where are the keys? Hey, who'd I miss? Hey.
My name's Sophia Rudolph.
What year are you?
2026.
Have you been playing the sport a long time?
Yes.
Do you have a hero, like somebody you like in professional sports or college?
Probably Jocelyn Allo.
Is she any good?
Shout out.
Hey, in the back here.
Here you go, I get it.
Okay, thank you, Arlen.
Yes, sir. All right, right here.
My name's Aubrey Garcia.
Okay, and what grade are we in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. So how many more years are you going to play?
Hopefully 6.
All right, good deal. Going to college. Where are you going?
I don't know yet. The recruiting process.
Gotcha. That NIL deal, right? Whichever one's going to pay you the most, I'm going. I'm there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay, who are you, ma'am?
KK Saldivar.
All right, KK. So what position do you play?
I'm a third baseman and a pitcher.
Which one do you prefer playing?
Depends. Mainly third base. That's where my main is.
So you don't get hit in the face, right? Playing third base?
I mean,
not yet.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
There you go. That's right. All right, who we got back there?
Hi, I'm Tori Robertson.
All right, Tori. What grade are we in?
I'm a junior.
Junior. So plans after high school to play softball?
I think I'm just going to go to school to try to be a doctor.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do sports med.
She has a 105 GPA.
Oh my gosh. Really? Dang. Yeah, you're too smart to continue.
She went above.
She went above and beyond, right?
I didn't even know it was possible.
The best wasn't good enough.
That's right. All right.
I'm Esmeralda Velasquez.
What position?
I play right field.
Right field. Just right field. Anything else? Okay, so who's your favorite sports person?
Probably Jocelyn Allo.
Shout out!
Another one.
And
Look
we
at that.
decided she was good.
Look at that. All right, little boy, and what position do you play?
Hey.
I play chaos coordinator.
Oh, I bet.
Chaos coordinator. I like that. I know that position. So, how you doing, Coach?
Good. Yeah, always been good this season.
That's a patient man right there, I'll bet.
Patient man. Yep.
He has to put up all these girls.
Understanding, I'm sure.
So, again, what do we have coming up for the team to get that playoff spot?
We go to Odessa High tomorrow, and then we get to finish our season at home against Permian.
All right. Well, best of luck to y'all, Coach
Thank
Farmer.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the softball ladies, the Lady Cats of Central, ladies and gentlemen.
Sick 'em.
All right. Go get them. We'll be back at Shenanigans after this to wrap up Bobcat Insider. We'll talk to Coach Smith right after this. Live from Shenanigans on Concho Sports Network.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Back at Shenanigans, and welcome back to Bobcat Insider. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is with me, along with Coach Smith, wrapping up this week's Bobcat Insider show. Chiefs Insider is coming up. I want to thank Orangetheory Fitness and our friends at Luke's Cage, along with Shenanigans. We appreciate you guys making this possible. Spring game coming up soon. Coach Smith.
Yeah,
is it
Thursday, finalized Thursday, May the 15th. Spring game. We will have our first practice on Monday, April 28th. We got that coming up 2 weeks from today. Will be our first spring practice, and we'll conclude Thursday night, May 15th. Be a great night there. Got the Booster Club. We'll have the trailer open. All kinds of activities, things going on. It'll be a lot of fun. There'll be a controlled scrimmage portion. It won't be like a true real game.
Right.
We'll have a little practice portion in there, and then play a kind of an extended scrimmage piece right there at the end to wrap up spring. But I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm the kid that would go home and sleep in his helmet, just excited about what was going to happen the next day. So I kind of feel like that already right now.
So what are we looking for in spring game?
I look for development in every player. I talk to our staff and I say, look, we've got some similar schemes on offense and defense, but we got new stuff that's going in as well. So, I look for a consistency among the team. That's number one, is that I want to see a consistent performance from them, not a great day, on Monday and then I dip down on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Consistency and performance is the key to winning football. And, the practice habits, have to be in alignment with what it takes to win. So I want to see a high level of energy and enthusiasm and the practice habits consistent, with a winning elite effort, and then see development at every position, at every player. And you know this from doing it. Not everyone, is at an automatic high level. I call those guys, it's like making pancakes, okay? I've used this analogy before. Everybody wants to go to the store and buy the box that says just add water. Those are the easy ones, We all want to coach those and pat ourselves on the back when you've got to just add water one. But in most cases, it takes, I got to get the eggs, I got to get the flour, I got to get it all, and put it all together and go.
And stir it up.
And stir it up and then get it done. So I like to see wherever they are, I want to see the improvement and make them a little bit better. The ones that are already here, let's take them to another notch. Right. The ones that are here, I want to see them here.
That's cool.
I think that's coaching, and not just focusing attention on this portion, but on the entire program, because we've all coached those guys. It may be their developmental wise, and physical wise are down here, but they're going to grow into something.
Yeah.
And, I think that it takes a great amount of intentional focus by the coaching staff to make sure that you see this and see the progress in every one of their players. And then, that's a lead and ownership that we all have to take.
Yeah. Now you're a seer. You see things like they had a ninja parade and nobody noticed. Mm-hmm. There's ninjas on the team. There's silent assassins that people may not notice the block they threw right here, or just shoved somebody, or grabbed an ankle, whatever they could to make the play. Those silent assassins, people may not notice much, but they're there.
I think that there's a lot of those on the football team, and too often you can lose sight of of those types of players. And I think that there's a role for everyone within the team. And I think that's part of spring practice, is to find out what the role is. Somebody's role may be a starter, and I'm going to play 90% of the snaps in the game, but then someone may have a role that, and in this package, they do this really well, and I like to try to put together an offense and a defense that we see the players, what are their skill sets, what do they do well, and then put them in positions to showcase that out on the field. That's elite coaching.
All right, Coach, we're looking forward to that spring game. It's always fun. We'll have some familiar names, and we'll have a bunch of new ones,
You saw a lot of them on the baseball team, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I love that. We've got a great deal of, crossover, Coach Gideon and I, with a lot of the football players playing baseball. I love that. I'm a firm believer in that. Kids get one chance to do high school, and I want them to have a great experience and play everything that they can play. So I love watching them compete there in baseball, and then we'll be right back in football. We start spring football practice here, and that's just a great way to live, growing up as a young man in San Angelo.
That's awesome.
Yep.
It's a lifestyle.
It is.
And
it is.
It takes a special person to live it.
Yep.
We appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Another great night.
Thank you. Another great one.
Heck yeah. Chiefs Insider's coming up.
Yep.
And we will see you next time, Arlen. Anything? You have the
Thursday
Concho
night,
Sports
we have the
Insider
Concho
coming
Sports
up.
Insider Show at 7.
All
So
right.
join us. And hit that like button.
Thanks to Orangetheory. Thanks to our friends at Luke's Cage. And, of course, Shenanigans. For Arlen Ponder, Shay Harris, everybody at Concho Sports. Here, Coach Mark Smith, we appreciate you. We'll see y'all next time on Bobcat Insider from Concho Sports.
Great show. Somebody got him a new cap there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chief Insider. Baseball and softball takes over. I'm your host, Zach Carlock, alongside co-host here, Russ Howard. Russ, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Russ, who's this guy sitting between us?
That would be head baseball coach at Lakeview, Tony Cortez. Coach, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you having me, guys.
Welcome, Coach. So we're going to talk about baseball and softball. I got to tell you, Coach, just so you know, I told Russ this earlier, this is my favorite time of year,
Favorite
baseball
time of
season.
year, there you go.
I'm a firm believer that MLB opening day should be a national holiday, and we do nothing except watch baseball.
I like that idea. It's a great
Baseball
idea.
and softball are my favorite times of the year. So, Coach, this is where I excel. You're going to see me at my prime tonight.
I like it.
Let's talk about y'all at your prime. Coach, y'all are having a pretty good season in the playoff mix and holding
Yes,
on
sir.
there. Talk to us about that.
Well, right now we're sitting in fourth place. Obviously, Lubbock Liberty's in first. You got Levelland in second, and Estacado in third, and us in fourth, followed by Snyder and Big Spring. Yes,
And
sir.
let's be honest, now, as some people know, I come from Snyder a couple years ago, come down here. Seeing you and Estacado up there has been a change in the shift in the district. Big Spring and Snyder have been up top of that district for a little while, and now they're pulling up the rear.
You know, that's what everybody talks about. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm only concerned about the Lakeview Chiefs.
Amen.
But,
I love
but you
that,
are
Coach.
correct. In the years past, Snyder's always been competitive. Coach Stewart does a great job with those guys. And like I said, it's a team we got to beat.
Yeah, but y'all are taking them on, and could come down to a season finale with them.
It could, yes, sir. Actually, we've got Lubbock Liberty tomorrow night here. We travel to Big Spring on Thursday.
Okay.
Not on Friday, but on Thursday. And then we have our senior night against Snyder at home next Tuesday, and we
Gonna be a
finish
heck
with
of a game.
Estacado.
By the way, just so you know, if anyone's told you, we're going to be showing that game right here on Concho Sports
All
Network.
right. Well, you hear that, guys?
So,
All right.
so y'all got to be at y'all's
Step
peak
up.
efficiency right there, because it's all on the line for you.
That's
no,
right.
but you know, Coach, seeing y'all in the playoff hunt's a good thing for y'all. Yeah, it's I don't know, I don't want to say it's been a while, but this district's really tough.
It's tough day in and day out. Every team can win in any given day, and it's tough because we also graduated a good amount of seniors. So
Yes.
I believe we got 2 guys that are playing at the next level that graduated.
Wow.
So we graduated a lot of seniors, but we've had these underclassmen step up and do a good job. And the few seniors we have,
Not
they've
rebuild.
done a great job.
It ain't rebuild, it's reload.
That's right.
That's
yes,
it.
sir.
So let's talk a little bit before we get back and talk with some of the guys standing behind us. What has been the biggest challenge, I guess, this season so far for the Chiefs?
It's finding, to me, from what I've gathered, it's just finding each and everyone's role. What do they play? What role do they play on the team? And is this guy a good hit and run guy? Is this guy a good bunter? Is this guy good? Is he a good starter? Is he a good middle reliever? Is he a good closer? So I think for me, it's just finding out what everybody's good at.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And what are some of the things that have gone well this season? You mentioned roles, but what are some of the things that have gone well?
I think for one, I know we started the year off with a tough schedule. I mean, I scheduled tough teams just to see how well this young group would do and how they would fare. And I think they did a great job. It prepared them for district. And a lot of things that I've seen is just our pitching. I think we've developed good pitching. I'm excited about years to come. We've got a freshman, we've got a sophomore, we've got a couple of seniors,
Nice.
We've got some juniors. So there's a different group of pitchers that we have that do a good job.
Awesome.
So, Coach, how much has, and you kind of talked about this off camera, how much has injuries played a little bit of a hamper on this season? It always happens.
Oh, yeah. Injuries, you hate for them to happen, but they sometimes do.
Sure.
And unfortunately, we got 4 seniors on the roster. We got 2 that are hurt. And I'd love to have them, and I know they'd love to be
You want
out
that
there.
leadership on the field.
Yes, sir, of course. And I think you're always as strong as your seniors.
Yeah.
We tell the juniors, we tell the sophomores and the freshmen, I said, one day you'll be a senior, and you'll have to take on that role as well.
Now, my understanding, y'all recently had a few players get to sign some paperwork or something recently.
We did. We had our senior, Trey Henry. He's going to play baseball over at Shriner College this next year.
Always good to see someone go on to the next level.
It's pretty neat. So he's going to join his 2 brothers. They play there as well.
Oh, I did read
Yes,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a really cool story.
Yeah, very, very rich baseball tradition family right there. I know
like
Mr.
that.
Henry's proud of him.
Any others that you expect might have a chance, or just see what happens?
Whether it's baseball, football, also obviously I coach football.
Sure.
Track, it don't matter. We just want to see Lakeview kids go compete at the next level. Because when they're doing that, they're also getting an education.
Amen. Hey, and you can't put a price on that.
No,
I mean,
no,
you really
sir.
can't.
No, sir.
So that's really cool, Coach.
Let's take a minute and talk behind some of these
Hey,
guys
Russ,
behind
why
us
don't we
here.
talk to some of these guys? I think you got a pretty good idea
All right,
there, Russ.
before we get into the whole baseball side, which one of you is the show guy? Both of y'all?
He plays more.
So make sure you hand the mic because I'm gonna get this on mic here. So what is your favorite mode, role, whatever in the show? Is it Road to the Show?
I'd probably have to say Road to the Show or Diamond Dynasty.
Okay, I hate Diamond Dynasty. I play Road to the Show. That's all I ever played on that stupid game for like 10 years now. So what are you?
So I'm at an 84 overall right now.
Oh, what position?
Shortstop.
Okay. So I'm always going the two-way player thing, and then you never get enough reps to get this year the tokens and whatnot. So I started playing right field the other day. So I've already made the bigs. What about you? What do you like on the show?
82.
What position?
Shortstop.
Oh, really?
Same, yeah.
So
I haven't tried the two-way yet.
What do you play? What do you play for the Chiefs? What do you play? Shortstop or what position do you play?
Shortstop, yes, sir.
Same?
Second base.
Okay, well, middle infield. Hey, we'll go with it.
Yes, sir.
What about you on the end? What position do you play?
First base.
All right, actually, let's do this. Why don't we get your name, too? That would be kind of cool so we can know who you are. That's on me, not you. That's me.
I'm Camden Irvin.
And you play what? You play?
First base and pitcher sometimes.
Okay. So, what about you next to you there?
My name is DJ.
And what position you play?
I play right field. I mean, basically all outfield.
Okay. And we already talked the middle infield here. Actually, give us your name. We never did get your name.
My name's Dylan Urenga. Trace Woods, shortstop.
All right.
Isaac Monroe, catcher.
All right.
Paxton Gaston, third.
All right.
Samuel Ramirez, outfield.
All right.
Caleb Schumpert, first.
So, out of all of y'all, let's go back to the show for a minute. who is the best MLB The Show player on this team?
I'd probably have to say Cam.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Do you play online a lot, or you just play? See, I'm not an online guy. I just play basically Road to the Show. That's all I play. So, what's your favorite mode in the show?
Probably ranked. I like ranked.
Okay, all right. I tried that last year and really stunk, so I said, I'm old, decrepit, I can't get this, so I'm not doing this anymore. So let's talk real baseball for a moment. We talked about video game baseball. From anybody's perspective, what has been the best part of this season so far? And anybody can answer that.
Definitely the teamwork and our team coming together when we need it, and us laying a button down, too, when we need it as well.
Right. So little things
small
like
ball.
that count.
I like small ball,
Yeah,
Coach.
small ball.
Just facing the diversity, because, diversity is going to come in every game. It's going to happen at least once every game. You just got to fight through it and just, coming together and fighting through.
Yeah. Because once you make those playoffs, all bets are off because everybody goes back to 0-0,
Yes, sir.
0-0, so you never know.
I got a question for the catcher here. Okay? You're not a small guy and you're not a huge guy either.
Yes, sir.
So, guys coming home, throws coming in, are you getting in the way and trying to get out of the way or tagging, or are you saying, come on?
Oh, I'm laying the hit, sir.
I love it. That's the catcher right there. That's the catcher mentality.
Shout out to Nacho. He does a good job about keeping everything in front of him. So
That's good. Catching's hard. Catching's tough.
I say one of the best parts of our team is our team chemistry. It's built real fast over this past season. Like, we came together as a team really quick, started district. After the first game, we locked it in, and now we're just fighting for that playoff spot.
Okay, I like that.
All right. Anybody else?
I say the best part is our energy. Sometimes we get down, but someone on our team will always get us up. It doesn't matter what it is.
Also, just keeping focus and moving on to the next play and controlling what we can control. No matter if that's an error, just move on, or rather that's the umpires, you can't change it. So just moving on, I think we really progressed on doing that.
That's a great life lesson right there, too.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Great
Go
life
ahead.
lessons.
Another one is just coming together as a team and as brothers, and just staying strong through the lows and the highs. It's just a mental game.
It is. It is a mental game. That's why I love the game so much.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And Coach, I was thinking about something, and I'm curious. You ever have days? Because I've been an umpire. I've been behind that plate. I've been a player for many years. I realized my playing days were over at one point, so I went behind the plate. Do you ever have those days where you can just wish your kids could go and tap the hat and get a replay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's baseball. It's a wild and crazy game.
Yeah.
You know, one day you're batting 400, next day you're lucky to see the ball.
You're lucky, yeah.
So it's a tough game.
Some days that ball looks real big and the bat's real big. And other days it's like, where did it go?
Hitting the baseball is probably the hardest thing to do in any sport.
Oh, yeah.
It is tough.
Hands down. You know, they talk about, had the whole steroids era and all that in Major League Baseball. And, talk about Barry Bonds hitting 756 home runs. And I don't care what you say. He had to hit that ball 756
you still
times.
Got to hit the thing. You're right.
And that's tough.
It's tough. It's tough.
Sure. So, Coach, what has been your favorite thing about these kids this year developing after losing, as you said, 12 seniors, watching these kids develop?
Really, again, it started off early in the year playing these tough opponents. Abilene Wiley, Abilene Cooper, Brock.
Good teams.
Just some really tough, stout teams. And just seeing them, when, I really thought, okay, they're going to take it and they're going to grow from it, or they're going to think, man, this stinks. This ain't no fun.
And just give up.
And they've been on the other end where they've really learned from this and they've done a great job. I'm proud of them.
That's
they've done
awesome.
a great job.
That's awesome. Anything, if you could, has there been any decision this year in a game where you could go, if I could change this one thing, I'd do it? We always have the one.
As a coach, you're supposed to say, "Oh no, they've all been great decisions." But
let me ask the kids: is there any decision he made you wish he would have just changed one decision?
Don't put him on the spot like that. Wait till he leaves.
Hindsight 2020, right? Like I said,
sure.
You look back, and I always reflect at the ball game after I go home and slow down and stuff. But overall, it really is. No matter what we do, whether it's a bunt, right, a squeeze or a hit and run, or just hitting the ball or throwing a strike, they do a good job.
Good.
They really do. Yeah. They really answer the call, and I'm excited for the rest of the season.
And I always say, baseball's a funny game, Russ. Baseball's a funny game. If you're in football, if you're not able to run the ball really well, you're not going to be able to run the ball the whole game. If your quarterback can't put it down the field, it's going to be a problem the whole game. But in the first inning, you can not see the ball, and then in the fourth inning, all of a sudden, nobody misses.
Yep.
And that ball, the same swing will hit a piece of dirt and bounce one way and hit that same piece of dirt and bounce the other way in the next inning. It's a funny game.
You're right. It is.
And that's one of the reasons I love baseball so much, is it's such a fun game like that. So.
And before we go there, Zach, I want to remind everybody that don't forget we will be broadcasting that last Lakeview Chief home game versus Snyder on the 22nd.
That's going to be a good game.
Make sure y'all tune in.
And Snyder's had a rough go this year. They've had some real struggles that like y'all, they graduated a lot too. But y'all are fighting, and I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are doing great.
Well, I appreciate it. It's all credit to these guys right here. They've been working their tails off.
If you didn't have Lubbock Liberty in there, this would be a fun district, huh?
Well, like I said, we got them coming to town tomorrow. We've already got them once.
Did you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Y'all were their loss. I did not know that.
So, proud of these guys.
Hey, give them another one. I'm sure Leveland would appreciate it.
We're planning on it. So.
Well, that'd be awesome, because that'll put you in a big driver's seat right there.
It really will.
That's a big deal.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to y'all, Coach. Appreciate that. All right, folks, when we come back, first of all, we want to thank Coach Cortez coming out here. When we come back, we're going to have softball coming up, and we're going to talk to the Lady Maidens, who are also holding on to a playoff spot, too.
They're doing pretty good, too. So
they're doing pretty good. We're having some success.
Coach and his guys are doing a heck of a job with those ladies, man.
Absolutely.
Doing a good job.
So stay right here on Concho Sports Network, and we'll be back with Chief Insider here at Shenanigans. Be back in a moment.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union.
All right, folks, welcome back to Chief Insider here. Baseball and softball invading the show today. And right now, hey, who do we got here now? We changing people up here, Russ.
Coach Landon Alls, Lakeview Softball. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Coach, give us a little rundown of what's going on this year in y'all's season.
We've just been playing good softball. We've turned some things around and tried to go out and, I told the girls at the beginning of the season, we're making the playoffs. And
yeah.
we've talked about it, and so we're, I don't know, records and all, we're 12-1 or somewhere in that situation, but we're in the middle of a playoff hunt right now. So
well, it's looking good for you.
It really is. We've got Liberty tomorrow. If we take care of that, then we clinch a playoff spot.
But say you're in, right?
We're in. We
there
win tomorrow.
Go.
We're in. So that's
winning in.
Winning in. We've talked about it. Last couple of weeks, we've got to just take care of what we got to take care of, and the great thing about our situation is we don't have to depend on anyone. We just got to depend on us.
Amen. I like that, Coach. Your destiny's on your own hands.
Absolutely.
And it got a chance to possibly improve the seating.
We do have that. When we beat Liberty tomorrow, then we go to Big Spring on Thursday. We take care of that on Thursday. Then we could possibly have a seeding game on that following Monday or Tuesday, depending on when we set it up, and that could put us, #1 big school, which is where we want to be, because then we'll get the #2 out of District 6, which is it's a mess. It's a mess over there. It's looking like Mineral Wells, Brownwood, Stephenville. Even Graham at 2 and 6 right now is still kind of in the hunt. So yeah, it's going to be a mess. So we've got lots of different scenarios that I've been playing through my head. But the main thing right now is just take care tomorrow.
Well, Coach, let me tell you, I'm pulling for you because I'd like to see you take it from Big Spring. And
I would love to. We horns down all the time.
Amen.
It's been It's been a big rivalry with Lakeview and Big Spring ever since I can remember. I was coaching here 04 to 08, and that's always been a big thing, Lakeview and Big Spring. So I would love to lay it to them.
I tell you what, coming from Snyder, they were a big rival. I think Big Spring's just a rival with everybody.
With everybody, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Every game's a rivalry game for them, it seems like.
Yes.
And of course, Levelland and Snyder sitting at the top of the district at 7-1 each, and both of those teams look pretty stout and in control up there. But both smaller schools, correct?
They are, and they're playing really good softball. A couple of weeks ago, we went to we were supposed to go to Snyder. We got some rain, and we ended up going to Kahoma. And in the 5th inning, we were down 3-2 with them.
Yeah.
So we were playing really good, and we had a couple of things that didn't go our way, and lose a 7-2 ball game to the district leader. So we're holding our own. We just got to kind of get it all together.
Well, and I think the key thing there is there's not a lot of people that are scoring 2 runs on Snyder.
Yeah, there's really not. I mean,
their pitching's pretty stout.
Their pitching is really good, and we hit the ball well against them. We just couldn't.
That's good.
We couldn't get anything kind of rolling.
Sure.
To manufacture more runs.
Much like baseball, softball has that funny way of playing the way it does.
It does, absolutely.
Going back to let's go back to playoff seeding for just a moment. Just to let everybody know, the game tomorrow at 5 p.m. against Liberty will be aired by Concho Sports Network, so you don't want to miss that. Tune in, watch the Maidens clinch playoff spot.
Yes, sir. Be there.
But I want to go back to this. You look at records, and records can kind of be deceiving but once you get that playoff spot, everybody's 0-0.
Right.
And so going forward, how do you adjust your mindset once, regular season's over, playoffs start? How do you try to adjust that mindset?
I don't think we change anything. I think we just keep playing the way we've been playing all year. I mean, we're the underdog. We haven't been very good in the years past, and everybody's just kind of overlooking us. So it's like I told the girls, we're just going to wake up every day and go play softball.
Right.
I like that.
What are some of the things that have gone, maybe one thing that's gone very well for the team this year so far?
I think our hitting is something that's really kind of carried us through this season. We've hit really well. Our fielding has been pretty solid, but I think it's our hitting. I mean, I'm pretty confident that we start a game, we're going to score 1 or 2 runs in that first couple of innings because I've got a great leadoff. I've got a great number 2 hitter. I've moved my 3 and my 7 and 8. I've kind of moved them around. But we really hit the ball, and we steal bases, and we put ourselves in situations to score runs.
All right. Hey, Zach, let's take a moment to talk.
Well, give me one more second. I want to talk about one more thing, Coach.
And
I'm just curious how you handle this as a coach. I'm looking at here, going through some of your scores, and you got some scores that are 17-1, 13-3, some pretty big blowout games, so to speak. But you've also got some tight games y'all have really been able to hold on. How have you been able to teach these girls to handle the adversity in those tight games after having, say, a big blowout game the game before?
Well, that's what we talk about. We go back and we look at the things that we did, and it's 99% of the time it's not anything that they did. It's what we did. It's what we didn't do. It's those little things. We've had some errors that have cost us. I think the biggest adversity that we've faced this year as a softball team is 2 outs. And getting that 3rd out, and we give up 5 or 6 runs. We have that 2 outs, and then we have an error, and it just leads to runs and runs. And so
getting your head a little bit.
Getting your head, and we've kind of worked on that a little bit. And so it's it's one of those things where you got to work through it, and that's what I keep telling them. It's going to happen.
Sure.
I tell them before. Each game, I said there will be some adversity. That's my big word. There's going to be some adversity.
Absolutely.
And how you handle it and how you respond to it is going to, decide what kind of team you're going to be. And for the most part, we have, we played Snyder the first time and it was 18-2, and they're not 18-2 better than us.
No,
and we proved that the next time we played them. And same thing with Levelland last Friday. We're in it and we're doing good. You give up a couple of walks and then a 3-run shot, and it's pretty tough to come back from. And we hit the ball well. We just couldn't manufacture runs.
And it happens sometimes in that game.
It does.
It's a hard reality, but it does happen.
Absolutely.
Hey, Russ, how about we talk to some of these girls back here?
Let's talk to some of them back here. Let's go this way. So if you'll introduce yourself, tell us what position you play.
Do we have a catcher here?
This is a catcher.
All right.
Okay, you got the same question he got. We'll get there in a minute, though.
Go ahead, introduce yourself and what position you play.
She wasn't paying attention, Coach.
Yeah.
Jayla Constancio, and I play shortstop.
All right.
I'm Kaylee Duggan. I'm the catcher.
I'm Addie Alcantara, and I play first base.
I'm Peyton Jones, and I'm the pitcher.
All right. Oh, go back to the
Go
first
back here to the
one.
first
All right. All right.
Say it again.
Oh, my name is Jayla
There
Constancio,
we
and I'm
go.
a shortstop.
All right.
Okay, so let me ask my
Ask
catcher
the
my
yep,
question
ask
because
the question. Yeah,
because
there you
she's the one that didn't want a question when we were off air, so she gets the first question.
All right.
Okay, you're the catcher. You're at home. Runner's coming from third. Ball's coming. You getting in the way and taking them out, or are you going to step to the side for the tag?
No, I'm taking like the biggest hit ever.
Coach, you got a good catcher.
That's a
You got a
catcher
good
right
catcher.
She is definitely a player, definitely.
But is she really going to take the hit, or is she going to lower her shoulder?
Absolutely, she's going to lower that shoulder back into it. She's not taking anything.
She's okay with getting ejected. She don't care. She's like, I'm taking them.
Well,
She's channeling her inner fullback is what you're saying.
Well, this year in softball, this is our first year where we have communication. She has an earpiece in her ear.
Okay.
And I get to talk to her throughout the game. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's not. But she gets to listen to lots of stuff.
Let's be honest, Coach. You ever do this? I didn't hear you, Coach. It wasn't going. It wasn't working. You ever do? Yeah. She's over there. Yeah.
She's like, it's out. It's out.
No,
Because I'm like,
it's a cut, Coach.
I'm like, can you hear me? She's like, it's out. It's out. Yeah.
So let
All
me
of a sudden,
ask,
she's calling her own pitches.
let me ask y'all random question. Who is the fastest player on the team?
It's between. Oh no, it's between us two.
Really?
Yeah.
The catcher?
The catcher and the
Yes.
shortstop.
That's unusual, Coach.
Oh, she's
pretty fast. Actually.
pretty fast. She plays catcher. She plays
She be still in base.
left
You're
field,
fast.
center field, right field, shortstop,
Okay.
wherever I can,
Okay.
wherever I can put her at.
That's
I've been
talent.
getting thrown out recently though, a lot.
So, what is, let's, semi-serious, I guess, I don't know. What has been, and anybody can answer this, your favorite part of this season so far?
She's like, give me the mic.
I think my favorite part is like seeing our confidence grow as a team, because last year we didn't have that. And I think seeing each other, like the way we bond more this year and the way we play together, just seeing how well that works. And it shows in our record and every game we play. I think just seeing that and seeing how we grow as girls and young women and playing the game.
Okay, I like that.
Anybody else want to answer that one?
The
Go
catcher's
ahead.
like,
Yeah, you're dying to answer it. I know you are. Go ahead.
I think my favorite memory so far that we've made is me and Addison both hit home runs. We played against Liberty and we played really well, and we also goofed off a lot, but it was really good.
Coach up here nodding, yep.
I wasn't this great at the beginning of the season.
And also, we have a bunch of chickens from our freshman who's gotten a lot of hits towards the pitcher, and we use those a lot to just make a lot of noise.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
that's
All right.
we have to explain the chicken thing. So, Coach
I was
Brewer,
gonna ask.
She opened that door. I was going to ask.
She did.
I was gonna ask,
and I
yeah.
figured we should. Coach Brewer come over from Central, and he's helped me this year. It's been a blessing, godsend. Glad to have him as a part of our program. And so apparently, if you are the batter and you hit it back at the pitcher and you hit the pitcher, it's called a chicken.
Yes.
So if you get a chicken, so we've got these rubber chickens that squawk, and we've hung them up, and so far my third baseman's got 3 or 4 chickens.
She be hitting them a lot.
The opposing pitchers, you know, if you count the ones that I've gotten, I mean, we're up to like 20-something. I just got hit today 3 times. So they're with the chickens, and they love it. The noise, I think you know, to build on what they said, just the atmosphere, you know, the you know, what last year it was kind of dead, and this year, you know, they've kind of started to enjoy it, and they
Rejuvenated
cheer each
spirit.
Yes, rejuvenated, and it's been awesome. It's been really, really good.
That's good, and you're playing well. I mean, it's just like baseball we talked about. This is a tough district to play in.
Yes, and it's going to get tougher next year with the addition of Friendship Memorial.
Yeah, and this district I've always said 4A in all level of sport, in every sport, 4A is one of the toughest levels to win at. And you can say what you want about the 6A and the big schools and all that, but I think 4A is one of the hardest levels to win at, especially in West Texas.
Totally agree.
In West Texas, all these areas in these towns, they play so much softball, and baseball. And when you get into West Texas baseball and softball, we have some of the best athletes that come out of this area.
Oh, absolutely.
And the districts are hard to win.
And they are. And a lot of these kids, they all know each other because
Yes.
they all play on travel teams, and they're all on select teams. And some of them play with them, and some of them play against each other. So, it's very competitive.
It's nothing to go to a tournament and see the same high school players playing on 3 different teams against each other.
Absolutely.
So, no, I agree. And baseball, and I, like I said, I love baseball and softball. It's absolutely my favorite sports in the world. And it's been great to see it out here in West Texas. Glad to see y'all doing great.
Well, we're not done yet, so we've got some.
I believe you, Coach. I believe you, Russ.
I just want to echo what Zach said. It's really good to see, y'all doing well in the playoff hunt, about to clinch a playoff spot. Looking forward to that game tomorrow where y'all are going to clinch that playoff spot and hopefully do some damage in the playoffs. And want to remind everybody, don't forget that we will be airing that game tomorrow night, 5 p.m. On Concho Sports Network. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Coach, what has been your favorite part of this season, watching these girls grow and just seeing the improvement they've made over this year?
The biggest thing is just seeing them come together. I've been, 2 years I was the assistant coach, and it's just, there's a lot of division and just, they're just not a team kind of thing. And I think this year's just been, everybody's gotten together and they play for each other. And, one of the biggest games was the first time we played Liberty. We went over there and, we were up 9-0, and then all of a sudden we were down 13-10.
Oh.
And they just kind of came together and decided, we can still do this. And that's, been the thing in years past. It's the, whole Lakeview mentality of, okay, we're down, we're done, we're out, we're finished, ball game's over with. And it's like, no, you still have 2 innings. And just to see them fight and continue to play, regardless if, what the score is, they're, competing and not giving up. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me, is just watching them mature and understand that, hey, we're a good softball team.
Game ain't over until
Game's
the 21st
not over.
out.
That's what I tell them. Game's not over until the bottom of the 7th. And, the first couple of years, they didn't even know we played 7 innings. They thought it was over in 5. And it's, that's the thing is, we play 7, and it's not over until that last out. So
that's awesome, Coach.
Yeah.
I love that. And what a memory. And these girls, how many seniors are you graduating, just out of curiosity?
I'm going to graduate 4 seniors.
Okay, so you're going to have a lot of returning.
I'm going to have a lot of returning, and I've got some young ones coming up. So, we've,
building something here, Coach.
That's kind of the plan. I'm hoping for the next, 8-9 years, however long I got left. I don't have much left till retirement, but
you're not counting or anything.
If I wake up every day and I still enjoy it, I'm going to show up.
There you go.
It's when I don't enjoy it, but that's what I'm hoping for. With the addition of Coach Brewer coming on, and then these girls, if we continue to just compete and get after them, we should be pretty good for a couple of years.
I like that, Coach. That's awesome. So, girls, congratulations. Good luck to y'all tomorrow night. Go take care of business. Go take care of business. And then, like I told you, Coach, I'm pulling for y'all. Go destroy Big Spring. I'm all for it. Twice. Go do it twice. I'm okay.
That's our plan. That's our plan. Take care of Thursday and then take care of Monday. You're right. Gotta.
I love it. I love it. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here on Chief Insider. Baseball and softball edition. I got to tell you, I'm a little sad to see this end, Russ.
Yeah,
I love baseball and softball.
I do too.
It's just the best time of year.
Softball. Yep, agreed.
And but that's going to end it for us. What do we have next time?
What is it? I know we got Concho Sports Insider this Thursday, 7 p.m. Tune into that so you can keep up to date what's going on around the Concho Valley.
Have some updates from tomorrow night's game.
Yep, and we'll also be streaming baseball from both Lakeview and Central next week as well.
Okay.
So.
When do we do this again? May 12th. And who are we going to have? Okay, football spring preview.
So.
That should be a lot of fun.
Cool.
I told him gotta.
Bobcat.
Am
I saying that?
I see where you're going with that.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's go ahead and wrap
Coach,
this up,
what
Zach.
are you teaching them, Coach?
Before we get fined by the FCC.
Yes, absolutely.
Folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here on Chief Insider Baseball Softball Edition. We appreciate you tuning in. Join us tomorrow night as we go watch the Lady Maidens take down Liberty and take their playoff spot and continue rolling from there. We'll see you May 12th here on Bobcat Insider when we have our next. Well, we'll finish up the season with football preview. So, Chief Insider. What did I say? Did I say
You
Bobcat
said
again?
Bobcat. You
Chief
did.
Insider. I don't know why I'm so used to doing Chief Bobcats too. My apologies. But we'll be here on the Chief Insider, have the football edition, and we'll have the Bobcat Insider that earlier that night. Same thing. And we'll see you then, folks. Have a good night. Well, technically wrong. If they watch Bobcat Insider, they can watch Chief Insider right after.